everyone, welcome back. This is Jen. Thanks for stopping in. Today I want to talk about my plans for middle grade March. This is something that happens every year. I think it'll be my third year participating. And Krista over at Books and Jams is one of the main people that run this every year. And so this year, the prompts we have to follow, and of course you can read one book and meet all the prompts. You can read a book for each prompt. There's no rules. If you read one middle grade book, then you participated. So let's see. The 5 prompts this year are a one-word title, a debut novel, an immigration and or refugee story, animal on the cover, and then a book that you feel like you missed out on. And every year there's a group read, and this year, I got it from my library, the group read is The Mona Lisa Vanishes, a legendary painter, a shocking heist, and the birth of a global celebrity by Nicholas Day. And so this is the group read. This is actually a nonfiction, which is the first for middle grade March, I think. And so, yeah, so we're following a story about how the Mona Lisa was stolen, and I am here for it. It's got cute little illustrations in all the chapters, which I appreciate. So it's a pretty book. I'm excited to check this out and hear the discussion that we'll all have. I know it'll be great. Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and promise to read all these books I talk about, but in the perfect world, with the perfect month of March, if I can, these are the ones I would like to read, and I will explain how they fit the prompts. Again, if I read one, then I'm good to go, but definitely want to check out the group read. And then for the first prompt, which is a one-word title, I have Refugee by Alan Gratz. So in this one, it's we're following 3 different children. We're following Joseph, who's a Jewish boy in the 1930s who is leaving on a ship to try to get out of Nazi Germany with his family. We're following Isabel in a timeline that takes place in 1994, and she's a Cuban girl who sets out on a raft to find safety and freedom in America and to leave their riot-torn country. The third character we're following is Mammon. He's a Syrian boy. His timeline is 2015, and his family and him are going on a trek to go towards Europe to escape their homeland, which is being torn apart by violence and destruction. So in this book, you're going to get a journey, a survival, family. You might get themes of fear, and most importantly, hope for tomorrow. And even though all 3 of these characters are separated not only by countries, but also decades, their storylines kind of connect and unite in a very unique way at the end. So there's Refugee for one-word title. Another one-word title option is Crenshaw. Ooh, gosh, that glare is horrible. Crenshaw. This is by Katherine Applegate. The One and Only Ivan is one of the books that she's really known for, and that one was great. I read that one. And in this book, we are following Jackson. Him and his family they've fallen on hard times. They're living out of their van. They have no money for food. They lose their house. But you're going to get a magical story about friendship and resilience, which are some of my favorite themes in middle grade. And Crenshaw is an outspoken, large, imaginary cat. And this story is going to talk about the importance of friendship and what it can do, the powers of friendship, no matter if it's imaginary or not. So that one's another title. Another one-word title is Crenshaw by Katherine Applegate. That sounds really good. The second prompt for a debut novel, I am going to pick up Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Elston. I believe this is a trilogy, or maybe there's 3 books out. Sorry, the glare on the library books is horrible, you guys. And so this is a debut. It's got a 4.39 rating on Goodreads. It's going to be an imaginative fantasy. So this is a fantasy middle grade. And we're following Amari, who's 13, and her older brother, Quentin, goes missing. And she's really confused on where did he go. He is up for full ride scholarship for college. So his disappearance is not adding up because of everything that's going on. So she actually finds a briefcase in a closet that's meant for her eyes only, and Quentin left it for her, and it has a nomination for a summer tryout for the Secret Bureau of Supernatural Affairs. We're going to get mermaids, yetis, a were-dragon, and a bunch of magic in this book, which I'm excited about. And the book says, as she tries to figure out what happened to her brother, she's battling an evil magician threatening the supernatural world, and she's dealing with classmates that think she is the enemy. So I'm excited. I heard the magic in this one is really, really fun, and a lot of my reader friends have given this 5 stars. So that is a debut option. For the third prompt, immigration or a refugee story. Refugee will also work for that, right? That's a one-word title. So that one also could fit 2 prompts. But another one that I picked up at the library that kind of caught my interest is Cuba in My Pocket by Adrianna Cuevas. Sorry about the glare ahead of time. There we go. Okay. This has a 4.35 rating on Goodreads. And you're following Cuba, and it takes place in 1961. Castro has full power. There was the failure of 1961 Bay of Pigs, that failed mission, and so his family sends him by himself to immigrate to Florida to try to start and have a safer life. And this one is actually based on the author's family history. So kind of like historical fiction, also maybe somewhat of a... This one is actually based on the author's family history, so this one sounds really good too. So that's another option for your immigration prompt 3. Okay, let's talk about prompt 4, animal on the cover. Now, clearly, Crenshaw, the giant magic cat, you could use that one. And the other one I picked up, this is the one I plan on reading for this prompt. 4.13 Goodreads rating. This is The Grace of Wild Things by Heather Fawcett. And there's a bird right there in the corner. You can see it. I'm sorry the glare is so bad, you guys. And this one, it's a fantastical reimagination of Anne of Green Gables. And I loved Anne of Green Gables when I was a young girl. We're going to get magic and witches in this book. There's a young girl with a strong imagination. She lives in an orphanage and no one is choosing her. So she decides, the only talent I really have is magic. No one believes me. I'm running away from home. And she runs away and offers herself to a witch in the wood as her apprentice. And so in the story, you're going to get found family, loss, and the power of imagination. So that one sounds really good. And the cover is so pretty. I love this cover. The teal and the gold. I love that. Another one for an animal on the cover. It's actually on hold. The library doesn't release until March 5th. So this is what the cover looks like. But Coyote, Lost and Found by Dan Geimenhart has a 4.74 rating on Goodreads. It's the second book in Coyote Sunrise series. I don't know how many there will be. I read the first one last year for middle grade March. It was by far my favorite. It was a 5-star read. I enjoyed it so much. I've recommended it to quite a few people. Okay, so in Coyote Lost and Found, they're going to get back on their bus. They're going to go on another road trip adventure because Coyote decides she's ready to spread her mom's ashes and find the perfect place for her mom to rest. So what Dad doesn't know is that there's a book of moms that she sold by mistake that has where this perfect place is. So on this road trip, she's also trying to track down this book that she sold. And you're going to meet old friends, or you're going to meet new friends. You're going to see old friends, and I just know it's going to be 5 stars. It's going to be so good. So I'm definitely going to pick up for Animal on the Cover. All right, number 5, some books that I feel like I missed out on. Well, definitely Amari and the Night Brothers. Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand loved this. I feel like Krista also loved it. So I hear great things, and I definitely feel like I'm missing out on that one. Another one is I feel like I missed out on Refugee. Like the school I work at, the whole school read it at one point. I feel like everyone was talking about Refugee when it came out, and I never picked it up. So that's another one that is missed out on. And then the third one, which is on hold, I don't know if it'll come in time for the library, but it's Sweep by Jonathan Auxier, and that has a 4.44 rating on Goodreads. Sweep takes place in Victorian London times, and you're following a 11-year-old orphan, Nan Sparrow, and she is a chimney sweep. Well, she gets stuck in this chimney. She thinks she's going to die, and she wakes up in an abandoned attic, I believe. Yeah, abandoned attic. And there's a mysterious creature, a golem, made out of ash and coal next to her. So this is a story about a girl and her monster. Together, these two outcasts carve out a life together, and they save one another in the process. So I've heard great things about that as well. So there you go. There you have it. Those are my middle grade March plans. I will conclude what I read and my thoughts in my wrap up at the end of the month. I hope you're all participating this year in middle grade March. It's such a good time. And you can check out Krista's channel, Books and Jams, if you had more questions about that. Okay, bye. Happy reading.